Hi guys, here's Dora from Trifharder. I hope you are doing great. Unfortunately, I was sick, that's why I disappeared for 2 long weeks. Yes, 2 weeks, that didn't happen this year at all. But sick is sick, as my boyfriend says, so I was in bed for a full week and then I really had to come back still and recover. I'm doing so okay now, so I went back to work as well, and yeah, that's life, that can happen. It was not COVID, it was a normal flu. So yeah, you have to know it's not only COVID period, but the normal flu is also here, at least on the northern hemisphere. You can see also from my beanie, it's winter time. Yes. Today it's 2 degrees in the Netherlands, 2 degrees Celsius. Yeah, it's almost freezing. In the night I think it will be freezing, so it's getting cold. And when I was down in bed, I was thinking, I have so much content to share on my YouTube, from shoe reviews, training tips, Christmas gift, some guides and some tips as well. So many things to share, and I skipped 2 weeks. How can I do that? It's impossible to get so much in. And then I was watching a video from a beauty YouTuber, because I do watch such girly things as well sometimes, and I was thinking, they are doing this Vlogmas, everyday a video, a vlog until Christmas from the 1st of December, and maybe I could do the same. Yes, a SPORTMAS, indeed. So that's why you see the title, it's SPORTMAS Day 1. It means that I will be uploading a new video every day until the 24th of December, which is here in Europe, the first day of Christmas, more or less, the night of the Christmas. So I hope you will find some interesting content. I'm really looking forward to see you, to hear you feedback in the comment box below every day. I hope you will like this content. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. You will see there a little red button, and please also set the notifications. It means with that bell as well. So you will get a notification every day when I'm posting a new content. I would really appreciate that. So today's topic, it's a running shoe full review, and this is indeed the Adidas Adizero 5. I bought this in the summer, just before my Ironman, so it meant also that I didn't do the full review yet because I didn't reach the 100 km yet. But in the past few weeks before my sickness, I did reach the 100 km, so I would really like to share my full review on this shoe. This was my second Adidas shoe ever. The SR20 was the first shoe, and this was the second one. It's an old school racing flat. Light strike and boost material in the midsole combined. The boost is the old material of Adidas, and the light strike was the new 2020 material, which is combined in this shoe. Regarding the weight, for the man, the official size 9 US is 227 grams. In my size, which is UK 7 and same time European 40, 2/3, this was 210 grams. So it's not the lightest on current shoe shelves, but it's quite a lightweight shoe. I will go through the 5 categories I usually do and give the points from 1 to 10, where 10 is the best. So let's get to the review. So let's start with the first category, and that's the upper and the fit. Regarding the upper, it's a cellular mesh upper, super breathable. I think this year this was the most breathable shoe I have had. I would even say ever in my life it's the most breathable one. That means also that for these winter months I mentioned, it's 2 degrees outside. I really have to retire this shoe for the winter because my feet is just freezing in this one. Of course, it's also not to be a winter racer per definition, so yeah, it's perfect for the summer, super breathable. Regarding the lockdown, you can see many lacing options, great. I didn't even have to tie the runner's knot because it's so good lockdown that I didn't need the runner's knot. You can also see here the gusseted tongue, absolutely great. Also the tongue is padded but not super padded. Sometimes you can see that it's like, yeah, full of sponge and such in the tongue. Why? We don't need it. I would say that the heel solution is just perfect. It's not super super thick, but there is also some padding. I didn't have any issues. It's secure, comfortable, perfect. So for the upper and the fit, I'm giving 8 points out of the 10, which is, I think, a super score for this part. The second perspective is the mid foam and the cushioning. Now, as I just mentioned, there is a combination of boost material here in the heel. You can see this is the mousse material, and the line strike here for the whole shoe, going from the heel to the toolbox. First Adidas shoe ever was the SR20 for me, which was fully line strike. I would say I prefer this solution with the boost and the line strike. This little boost is just giving an additional springiness, an additional, just a little extra touch what I was missing for the SR20. But the cushioning is not too much in the shoe. Of course, I mentioned it's interior racing flat, so you can also not expect, it's not like a Hoka maximum cushioning shoe. So what can you expect is really like a racing flat. Regarding the stack height, it's 12.5 millimeters in the forefoot, and it was 12 here and 21.5 here, so it's almost a 10 millimeter drop. I would say it's really nice cushioning for this stack heights. 12 millimeter in the forefoot is almost nothing, but still that little bit of springiness you really have. So that's what this combination of boost and light strike mid foam is giving you here. What can I also say from this? I like it. If you are really doing it for a race, I think it's perfect. My longest run in this shoe was a training run of 15 kilometers. I have to say that my legs were quite beaten up. So I would not take this shoe really for more than the 10 kilometer or 10 miles, for example, but I would not use it for a half marathon race day. Of course, it's a personal decision. Some people really like these old school racing flats. For a half marathon race, I would go for more cushioning and more the direction of the Vaporfine Next Percent, or for example, the Endorphin Speed or Pro. But this is a great option, I think, for the 5-10 kilometer race. I think that's really where the sweet spot is for this shoe. For example, for a 5 kilometer race, if I would race tomorrow, I'm 100% sure I would take this shoe. It's doing such a great job. But for this perspective, the cushioning and the mid sole, I'm giving 7 points out of the 10. Third category, outsole. You can see our good old friend, the Continental rubber. Yeah! We like this, right? I think it's nothing surprising here. It has really a good usage. It's quite grippy. I didn't really... I even ran once. I remember it was a full raining day. I was even going until this point in the rain. It was full of puddles. I was stable still in the shoe. I really had no issues. Of course, it was full of... it was fully wet. I was almost swimming, basically, when I was running. So it was just awful. Unfortunately, I didn't have any... shield shoes with me on that day, so I was really like trying to use this shoe, but it was just so wet and so cold that I came home after 3 kilometers. But I was using this shoe in there. I was not really sliding. It was really grippy. I had really no issues other than I got frozen. You can see also the usage. You can see some usage after 100 kilometers, but it's not super bad. I would say it's kind of a middle. And there, and you can see also some white adwear on the heel. So there is some usage, but it's not super bad. So I would say, 7 out of the 10 for the outsole here. Fourth perspective out of the 5, that's the design. Personal choice again, I really like this. I wouldn't say it's ugly, I would say it's quite nice, chic. I love this color. I was always dreaming to have a neon color, and luckily, finally, neon is really in trend, so I love this neon green color. And Adidas is coming also for the Adizero Adios Pro, a very nice lime color, bright yellow color next month, so I really like this design. not overdone, it's just okay. So I'm giving 8 out of 10 for the design. And the last perspective, the 5th out of the 5, it's the price value standpoint. Yes, this is my negativity here, because the shoe retails for 150 euros in Europe. I'm not sure in really the US price, but it's usually like more or less the same, like 150, 140 US dollars, so it's not cheap. I can even say it's expensive. Now, for example, 180 euros is the Endorphin Pro Speed, and that's a totally different type of shoe, plated shoe. This is not a plated shoe, this is an old school racing flat. I cannot really put these two in the same category. So for me, for example, that Endorphin Speed of 180 giving much more benefits than this one for 150. Black Friday, Black Cyber Week was just, of course, paused. That week I have seen, for example, the local Adidas store for 75, so for 50% discount. I would say for 75, it's just a super shoe. It's absolutely price value for the price, but for 150, it's just too much. So I think the realistic category is around that 120, where the SR20 is there as well. I would not give more for this shoe. I also bought it for 70 euro in the summer, also a really big discount. So for the price value category, I'm giving 4 points out of 10. Which is bringing us for a total average of 7 points out of the 10, which is not the best. I would say around the 8 points, this is the top category, 7 is so-so. I had already lower scores this year, but also really a lot higher scores. Would I recommend? If you are looking for a 5 kilometer, 10 kilometer racing shoe and you have the Earth credits for this, then absolutely go for it. It's I think it's a mid-durability shoe also. I would say 300, 400 kilometers, it will easily go for it. I wouldn't say that it will go for 6, 7, 800 kilometers. It's like a middle durability for me. But if you are in a budget, then it's not really an option. If you can get it in the sales, then you can go for it. But there are cheaper options out there, absolutely, for a 5-10 kilometer racing shoe. So that was my full review for the Adidas Adizero 5 in 2020. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. And if you have ever worn any of the Adizero lineup, for example, the Adizero 4 or even an earlier model, or this one, by any chance, please let me know. I'm really interested in opinions. Thank you very much for watching the video until the end, and see you tomorrow. Bye!